Welcome. From grand memorials to simple headstones, every United States president has a final resting place. Join us as we explore the graves of all American presidents. George Washington died December 14, 1799, at 67, from a throat infection. He rests at Mount Vernon in Virginia, where his tomb remains a site of national reverence. John Adams passed on July 4, 1826, aged 90, due to heart failure. He's buried at United First Parish Church in Quincy, Massachusetts, alongside his son, John Quincy Adams. Thomas Jefferson died July 4, 1826, at 83, from health complications. His grave lies at Monticello, Virginia, with an epitaph he personally designed, highlighting his achievements. James Madison passed June 28, 1836, aged 85, from heart failure. He rests at Montpelier in Virginia, where his modest grave honors the father of the Constitution. James Monroe died July 4, 1831, aged 73, from heart failure and tuberculosis. His resting place is Hollywood Cemetery in Richmond, Virginia, marked by a striking cast-iron canopy. John Quincy Adams died February 23, 1848, at 80, from a cerebral hemorrhage. He's interred at United First Parish Church in Quincy, Massachusetts, next to his father. Andrew Jackson passed June 8, 1845, aged 78, from chronic tuberculosis and heart problems. His grave lies at the Hermitage in Tennessee, a site cherished by history buffs. Martin Van Buren died July 24, 1862, aged 79, from asthma and heart failure. He rests at Kinderhook Cemetery in New York, where his humble grave honors the 8th president. William Henry Harrison died April 4, 1841, at 68, from pneumonia after just 31 days in office. His tomb stands in North Bend, Ohio, marking the shortest presidency in history. John Tyler passed January 18, 1862, age 71, from a stroke. He's buried at Hollywood Cemetery in Richmond, Virginia, under a monument honoring his controversial presidency. James K. Polk died June 15, 1849, aged 53, from cholera. He rests at the Tennessee State Capitol in Nashville, where his grave highlights his brief post-presidency. Zachary Taylor passed July 9, 1850, aged 65, from acute gastroenteritis. He's buried at Zachary Taylor National Cemetery in Louisville, Kentucky, marked by a grand monument. Millard Fillmore died March 8, 1874, aged 74, from a stroke. His final resting place is at Forest Lawn Cemetery in Buffalo, New York, with a modest stone marking his grave. Franklin Pierce passed October 8, 1869, aged 64, from cirrhosis. He lies at Old North Cemetery in Concord, New Hampshire, alongside his wife and children. James Buchanan died June 1, 1868, age 77, from respiratory failure. He's buried at Woodward Hill Cemetery in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, beneath a simple, elegant marker. Abraham Lincoln passed April 15, 1865, aged 56, from assassination. His grand tomb is at Oak Ridge Cemetery in Springfield, Illinois, drawing visitors from around the world. Andrew Johnson died July 31, 1875, aged 66, from a stroke. He rests at Andrew Johnson National Cemetery in Greenville, Tennessee. Under a stone he chose himself. Ulysses S. Grant passed July 23, 1885, age 63, from throat cancer. His monumental tomb stands in Riverside Park, New York City, as a tribute to his military and political legacy. Rutherford B. Hayes died January 17, 1893, age 70, from heart disease. His grave lies at Spiegel Grove in Fremont, Ohio, now a National Historic Site. James A. Garfield passed September 19, 1881, age 49, from complications of an assassination attempt. He's buried at Lakeview Cemetery in Cleveland, Ohio, beneath an elaborate monument. Chester A. Arthur died November 18, 1886, aged 57, from a cerebral hemorrhage. He rests in Albany Rural Cemetery in Menands, New York, beneath an ornate monument. Grover Cleveland passed June 24, 1908, aged 71, from a heart attack. He's buried at Princeton Cemetery in Princeton, New Jersey, with a simple headstone marking his grave. Benjamin Harrison died March 13, 1901, aged 67, from pneumonia. His final resting place is at Crown Hill Cemetery in Indianapolis, Indiana, alongside his two wives. William McKinley passed September 14, 1901, aged 58, after being assassinated. He lies beneath a grand mausoleum at the McKinley National Memorial in Canton, Ohio. Theodore Roosevelt died January 6, 1919, age 60, from a heart attack. He's buried at Young's Memorial Cemetery in Oyster Bay, New York, under a simple white headstone. William Howard Taft passed March 8, 1930, age 72, from heart disease. He rests at Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia, the first president to be buried there. Woodrow Wilson died February 3, 1924, age 67, from a stroke. His grave lies in the Washington National Cathedral, the only U.S. president buried in the nation's capital. Warren G. Harding passed August 2, 1923, age 57, from a heart attack. He's entombed in the Harding Memorial in Marion, Ohio, alongside his wife, Florence. Calvin Coolidge died January 5, 1933, age 60, from heart failure. His grave is at Plymouth Notch Cemetery in Vermont, a modest site reflecting his quiet nature. Herbert Hoover passed October 20, 1964, age 90, from colon cancer. He's buried alongside his wife at the Herbert Hoover National Historic Site in West Branch, Iowa. Franklin D. Roosevelt died April 12, 1945, aged 63, from a cerebral hemorrhage. He rests at his Springwood estate in Hyde Park, New York, beside his wife, Eleanor. Harry S. Truman passed December 26, 1972, aged 88, from multiple organ failure. He's buried at the Truman Library and Museum in Independence, Missouri, with his wife. Dwight D. Eisenhower died March 28, 1969, aged 78, from heart failure. His grave lies at the Eisenhower Presidential Library in Abilene, Kansas, alongside his family. John F. Kennedy passed November 22, 1963, aged 46, after being assassinated. He rests at Arlington National Cemetery beneath an eternal flame, lit by his wife, Jackie. Lyndon B. Johnson died January 22, 1973, aged 64, from a heart attack. He's buried at the LBJ Ranch in Stonewall, Texas, near the Pedernales River, as he wished. Richard Nixon passed April 22, 1994, aged 81, from a stroke. He lies at the Nixon Presidential Library in Yorba Linda, California, next to his wife, Pat Nixon. Gerald Ford died December 26, 2006, aged 93, from arteriosclerotic cerebrovascular disease. His resting place is at the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Jimmy Carter passed December 29, 2024, age 100, from heart failure. He lies at his house in Jimmy Carter National Historical Park. Ronald Reagan passed June 5, 2004, aged 93, from pneumonia and Alzheimer's complications. He's buried at the Reagan Library in Simi Valley, California, overlooking the hills. George H.W. Bush died November 30, 2018, aged 94, from vascular Parkinsonism. He rests at the George Bush Presidential Library in College Station, Texas, alongside his wife.